Ooh, I need help. Whoa.
Oh, hello, Papa.
Hi. It's Tuesday. Did I start this vlog on Monday? No? Should I have done? Yes. But we move. So, book mail. Lisa's got some book mail. Lisa's got some book mail. Lisa's got some book mail. Let's open it together. Everybody. So I've been waiting a while for this. Not a long time. Not like fairly length of time, but a while. So, as we all know, if you don't know, why don't you know? I am reading the Shadowhunters books, all of Cassie Clare's works, with Becca doing the By the Angel along, and they brought out a 15-year anniversary edition of the Mortal Instruments. So I purchased it. It's just got that in the front, and then there's that and the runes and whatnot. And this is City of Bones Book 1. From what I've been told, they are doing all of the books in these editions, at least from the first set of 6 books. I don't know if they're going to continue the series, like the following series, like Failed Devices, Dark Artifices, or Artifices, however you say it. I don't know if they do the rest of the series like this, but at least if I can get all these in hardback. These are the hardest ones to get in hardback, and these are the ones I wanted in hardback. So I'm living, laughing, loving life right now. So I'm starting my collection. Where I will put this, I knew not. But it's pretty, and this is the spine. So, yeah, I just want to show you that. Book-wise, I have finished now. Daughter in the Burning City was that on my TBR? No, but we move. I am a percentage away through Spin the Dawn. I might actually finish that on tonight's live, you know, or try and finish this on tonight's live, because I'm now that far through, and if I can box this off, life will be good. If you can hear dripping in the background, currently defrosting my freezer still, because it needed a lot of defrosting. I've had it 6 years and I've not defrosted it once, and got to a point where I couldn't close it and seal, won't close and everything. It's just madness. I am 306 pages through Kingdom of Copper. I am at this point not even bloody reading this because Hattie's finished it, but I'm gonna finish this at some point this week. I also have to read Clockwork Prince, which is just underneath here. No, this is Clockwork Angel. I need to read Clockwork Prince, which is probably on my cart back there. If this is very hazy, fuzzy, please ignore and bear with. I don't know what's happened to it, but I just hope my lens isn't broken because I can't afford to replace it. Yeah, so there's that. On my TBR this week, we do also have The Name of All Things, but I am not going to my parents' house or my friend's house this weekend. He might come to me at some point, but this is definitely going to get read because the live show is on Monday? I'm going to hold this up because this is the one I've got to hand. Clockwork Prince is Wednesday. I want to say this is the 3rd of August. I want to say that. Am I right? I don't know. But this one is Monday. So I definitely need to get this finished. And started even. Once I'm into it, I will get through it quite quickly, I think. But there's that I want to get done this week. Kingdom of Copper, But to be fair, this is really quick, and I've only got 300 pages left. So, is it a bit optimistic given my current slump status? Possibly. But, you know, we're vibing, guys. We're vibing. I have also, with my recently acquired contemporary, suddenly turned my bookshelf on top of my vanity into a predominantly contemporary shelving unit, which I'm not mad about. But I need to, now that I've started seeing that that's a pattern, I really need to replace the other non-contemporary books in the stacks, because it's jumping out to me that they're not contemporary, and so I need to do a reorganisation. But I need Becca to do that with me, so we need to get Becca up here, not just to do reorganisation, but to obviously spend some time together. But yeah, I need help. Send help. I've decided to use Ruin of Kings for my dragon prompt for Magical Readathon, of which I still need to, I still need to sort out my TBR for that. And I also need to film my TBR video for next week, because next week is August, so I need to film my TBR video. It's all so stressful. Books I probably will not be getting to, and I need to put back on my shelf because I've got other things to prioritise over the next couple of months. Emma, we started this as a book club pick. Once I am less chaotic, I'm not going to finish that sentence. At some point I will get to this. It is a classic. I do also have Jane Eyre to read, and at some point I will read them. That's what I'm going to say about that. I'm probably not, as bad as they sound, I'm probably not going to get to Beautiful Nightmares this month, but I'm keeping this on the cart because it's Indie August next month, and I'm going to get to this. I will get to this. And I'm probably not going to get to this either. Another contemporary, which is lovely, and I probably won't get to these. So there's King of Scars, Rule of Wolves, and Shadow and Bone. I wanted to reread these because I was on some kind of Lee Bardugo kick. And I reread Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom last month. I finished The Language of Thorns. So I was like, do you know what? Why not try and reread Rule of Wolves, King of Scars, and Shadow and Bone, and then actually read the rest of the initial Grishaverse trilogy. Yes, I am well aware that I'm an idiot, and I've read the rest of the Grishaverse before finishing the initial trilogy. Is that backwards? Yes. Are you surprised that that has come from me? Absolutely not. To be honest, I didn't really care that I spoiled myself because I watched the series anyway on TV. And my reasoning is, I didn't want to buy them on paperback just for them to come out in the collector's editions. For them to buy the collector's editions to match that one, I have to just sell the paperbacks on at a really reduced price, or zip it them for like 50p. And I would also have got the audiobook, so I will audiobook these and read them physically, so I would technically buy it 3 times, whereas this way I only need to buy it twice. So at some point I am going to do a reread of the original Shadow and Bone trilogy. Well, I say reread. Reread the first one and read the second 2 in the trilogy. I will do that at some point, but I'll read them together. I don't need to reread King of Scars and Rule of Wolves as much as I would like to, so they're going to go back on the shelf. These are probably going to go back on the shelf for another time. What I am going to try and do is, when I get review copies in, I'm going to keep them separate, and I'm really going to make sure that I try and get through to my review copies each month, because it's getting a bit silly now to send them me and I say I'm going to review them, and then I don't really review them till months after they've come out. And it's not that I'm not interested in them, I am interested in this, and this came out in May, but I did only get sent it like the back end of May, so it's not, it says an advanced reader copy, it's not. But yeah, I will get to it at some point. But I'm going to start putting on my advanced reader copies in a particular... When I've sorted this shelving situation out here, they could go here in my white trolley. But at the moment, it's a dumping ground for everything. Because that's how my brain works. And I also need to read The Poppy War, because it was a Cassie pick. And the other pick was read a book based on the last thing you ate. So I'm gonna try and work that prompt in somewhere this week. I'm thinking maybe having a tea and a biscuit, or tea and toast, and have like a cosy supper and read a cosy mystery. They're only about 100 pages. Janet Delion ones are really quick. I might just do that. It's a couple of hours of audio. I think I'm going to do that. But these are going back on the shelf for now. That one's in the August, but we will see. But that is so another long intro, but you get used to it with me, don't you? Another thing I'm failing at is also reading my Kindle books. I have not read the Kindle book for the last 2 months that I'm supposed to attempt to read my Kindle book. So that one I will roll over, because it's not a physical book. I don't need to unhaul it potentially. So it's not going to make a difference whether I unhaul it or don't. Do you know what I mean? Because it is what it is. But this is my weekly TBR. Boom, 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 boom. But bearing in mind, let's bear in mind though, this one is only 100 pages. This one is mostly read. This one's a quick read. I don't have any excuse for this. Poppy War, I'm gonna die. Kingdom of Copper is only 300 pages from the end, and then it's just a big chunk on the bottom that is gonna be the biggest ask of this week. So when we think of it in the grand scheme of things, I've only got around, let me count, I've only got about 1600 pages to read in total-ish this week. Yeah, it's about 1600 pages I've got to read this week, not including my Kindle book, but we're vibing. We're actually just vibing, aren't we? Let's see if I can once again tackle this mountain that I call my book stack. Becoming a regular thing. I don't know why I do this to myself, but I just want to read and consume all the books, and then I slump, and then I don't know. I went off TBR this month as well. I don't know why I do this, but I don't know. Stop asking me. But we will finish this TBR, we will. I need to try and find the audiobook of Clockwork Prince. But I have finished You Deserve Each Other, The Last Sacrifice, The Roommate, Language of Thorns. That's bad for me. I could finish 4 books in a week normally. Bloody hell. But if I finish all these, I will have finished 10 books of the month if I finish all these. So, not my best, not my worst, but bearing in mind as well, 5 of the days of July, I was no bookishly reading-y. No reading. I was not reading for 5 days of the month. Oh, and Dora the Burning City. So that'd be 11 books if I finish all this TBR. So, not far off what I would normally read. I'm going to preemptively give myself a round of applause for this. Because, bitch gonna have my money. I'm going to do it. You've got faith in me, I've got faith in me. We've all got faith in me. Bye. Hello. It is Wednesday. And look. I have a battered package. Trying to open this gently. Shell is a lovely woman who I met through some other people I met on Booktube. You've probably seen her and heard me mention her before on my channel. She was unhauling some books and she offered to send me some, but also she's included a few other bits, so We're gonna open it together. Un package. The first book is A Forest of Souls by Lisadoeslife Lee, and this is a lot prettier in person than it is on the interwebs. I've heard good things about this. I think this is a first in a series, I think. I'm excited to dive into it. Next up, we have A Forest of 1,000 Lanterns by Julie C. Dow. And this, look at that, it's so, and it's signed. I think this was one of the early Fairy Loot ones. I think that's what she said. I'm not going to go through what each of these are, or the synopses. So, oh, this is a smaller one. Didn't realise that. So this is the Fairy Loot, July 2020. It's even got a little bookmark in it. This is shielded. I've wanted this for ages. I wanted to get the second book in this series, but I wanted it in hardback because just look how pretty they are. And I couldn't find this one in hardback anywhere, and it's signed. So yeah, it was one of the early Fairy Loot ones. There's also, she mentioned this, she used it as packaging, like as best packing, like to protect the books. But obviously it was one that she said I could also keep. And it's like a little Shadowhunters scarf, which is just so cute. I love my scarves. If you see me out and about, you'll know that I wear scarves a lot. And these kinds of ones are the ones that I prefer, because the fluffy ones get too warm, and these ones I can have as like just draped around my neck as like just an accessory type scarf, or I can wear them wrapped around just to keep me warm. So I really like these ones. This could just add to my ever-growing collection of scarves. Oh, I remember this as well. So this is a We Hunt the Flame tin that she was also getting rid of. She didn't want it anymore, she didn't use it, and she thought it could go to use for me. I'm going to be putting some of my prompts in here for my game. Next up, this is one that I'm really, oh, I didn't know it was signed, but this is Daughter of the Burning City by Amanda Fude. I love this book. I've just reread this book, if you watched my vlog last week, and it's just so good. I think it's a standalone. It reads as a standalone. I haven't actually read into anything else, but I realised I read All of Us Villains by Amanda Fude the other month, and it's another Amanda Fude book that I like. So I might have a look into more of Amanda Fude's work and see if I can get hold of any more of the books. But this is just going to be one to add to my collection. I'm so excited to have a hardcover copy of this, because it's just so good. If you've not read it, I really suggest you read it. And this one, I couldn't say no to this. I have heard mixed reviews about this. I wanted to get my own, I wanted to get it so I could have my own, make my own opinions about it, because I didn't want to do what I did with Once a Future Witches and avoid it just because some people said certain things about it. Some people didn't like it because people were saying things about Once a Future Witches like it's not witchy, it was too focused on the historical and that kind of thing, and that put me off reading it for ages. And me and Becca didn't read it for the same reasons, ended up buddy reading it, and we loved it. It was one of our favourite reads of last year. So I have seen very mixed reviews about this, but I really want to give this a shot and see if I vibe with it. And if I do, it'll be another witchy book to add to my collection. This is the second book in the series. I think it's a duology, is it? I can't remember if she said these were two standalones or if this was a duology, but this is another book by Julie C. Dow, and it's just another YA fantasy. Another magic-y book. Can we see a theme to these books that I've been getting? So this is Grim Lovelies by Megan Shepherd. Another one that I hadn't heard of until Shell mentioned it. Another small little hardback that I can add to my collection. I'm just really looking forward to trying out these new books. And the final bookish thing is very shiny. Court of Miracles by Kester Grant. I haven't read this, but I've heard much about this. But again, the same with this as with the others. I wanted the hardback of this, and it's very difficult to get this one in hardback, and it's got spread edges. And the final thing is not bookish, but I am really happy I've got it. It is a pentagram on a chain, which is this gorgeous looking, I don't know if I can show you properly, this gorgeous looking chain. And then there was this. It says, ever mind the rule of 3. And can you see that? I don't think you can see it, but it's like a little pendulum thing. And these came in a little pouch to keep them safe, so that's where they're gonna go back to. And thank you so much. I need to find somewhere to put these books, but I'm so excited to read them all. I need to log them first on this spreadsheet of books that I have received, and then they're going into the gifted category, because even though it was a swap, I still haven't purchased them myself. So we'll try and get through some more gifted books. I just need to work them into my upcoming TBRs. But reading wise, I'm still reading Kingdom of Copper, and I am going to be trying to get through the rest of Spin the Dawn tonight, because I didn't read it last night. I fell asleep. So yeah, they're my focus. Wish me luck. Hi, it's Thursday, and what are we doing? I am quite pleased with the progress that I've made, and I think, I don't want to preempt myself too much, but I think I'm going to get the majority of my TBR done this week, because I have now finished Kingdom of Copper. Yes, I was broken in the last bit, and I'm not sure how the story is going to continue. I don't know if I want to try and read. I am going to read Empire of Gold. I'm not going to be that bitch that doesn't finish another series because it intimidates me, or doesn't finish another book because it intimidates me, because I'm currently like that at Priory. No, I haven't finished Priory, not read any more of Priory. Currently still sat at 445, page 445 is what I mean. So there's that, but I have started the Poppy War, and I should finish this weekend. I'm currently just on chapter 10. This is going faster than I expected it to, and I'm really enjoying it. And I haven't picked this up yet, but I will be doing over the weekend. I'm going to try and pick this up tomorrow when I'm at work, see if I can get that read. But also, I did a reread of Legends and Lattes, because I sat down with a latte and some toast and read this, because I'm supposed to read a book for Cassie's prompt that was the last thing that I ate, and she said that you can interpret exactly like the thing that you ate, or the vibes that it gives, or the feelings that it gives. So comfy, cozy, tea and toast supper, and I just chilled for the 3 hours last night and read all of this again, and once again it just fills me with so much heartwarming joy. And the contrast between this, and then flipping to this, my mind is a whirl at the moment, so I don't know what I'm doing. Yes, I added this to my TBR, but we move, it's okay. I haven't read any more of Spin the Dawn, so actually, now I'm thinking about it, I might not fully finish it by Sunday, but I think I'm going to get the books, most of what I need to get done by Sunday. So if I can get through The Name of All Things on the Poppy War, at least, then I'll count this as a win. But yes, I definitely need to pick this up tomorrow. I might start reading this on my break, and well, I say start, I read like the first chapter of this last weekend, and I haven't picked it up since, so it was starting to get good, so I need to pick that up. But I don't even know what page this is. Does this have a page number? I'm on page 220-ish, and it's just over 500 pages. So I've got about 300 pages left of this to read, but I do also have to read this. These are very quick reads for me, but I am working Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, and the live show is Wednesday, so I'm hoping to get this done ASAP. The only reason I am leaving this so late in the day is because the live show for the last one had to get pushed back because of like illness and yark and stuff, so timings weren't great. But this one is going to be done at the beginning of the month, so I will then have the full month to read the third book in the series, so I won't be rushing around as much next month. And I just realised that I haven't put book 3 in this series on my TBR for next month. It's fine, it's fine. What is sleep? I don't know what sleep is. So I've also started this evening, I started Name of All Things. I did start the tab, not that you can see. The tabs are very light. I've just at the moment tabbed a couple of important characters and a potential important plot point, and I've only read the first chapter. So if I go based off of audio booking, these two, this chunker and this one is audiobook. So I have, this one was 18 hours on one speed, so 9 hours on double speed. Quick maths. Or is this 8 hours? No, it's 9 hours if it's 18 hours on full speed. Yeah, on one speed. Yeah, no, I'm right. Oh my god, I can't think. So yeah, this, I'm almost halfway through. Almost halfway there. Almost living on a bread. I know that's the wrong words, but never mind. I am almost halfway, which means I will only have around 4.5 hours left. The biggest thing to get done is this. This is 25 hours at one speed. I have this on 2 speed at the moment, currently reading along with it. So that's 12.5 hours. And I'm no longer staying at home for the full weekend. On Saturday I will be at my friend's house, because we're doing like a last meal thing before the thing happens in the next couple of weeks. It's happening, which I haven't yet. By the time this goes up, you probably will have seen the video anyway, but my surgery is going ahead on the 9th, fingers crossed. So I will be at my friend's house having a last bit of a cheat meal or treat meal before I shrink. But also this week has been manic with like headaches and stuff, because I've started to reduce my calorie intake and stuff, and it's taking its toll on me, not gonna lie. It's painful. I do have until Wednesday to read this. If I start this before the end of the month, I'm going to class this as a July read anyway. So I need to read these still, which I know looks like a stack, but I've already read half of that. That's a quick read. And if I can, on Sunday, if I just focus on doing some reading on Sunday, I can get through this. So yeah, them is what I need to do, and I might try and see if I can get Spin the Dawn done. That's me done. I will update you tomorrow when I'm back, and we'll have a new set of colours on. I will probably put another poll on the Twitter for people to pick, or I might just poll my friends in the group chat and see what they say. We'll see. Or I might do both and see what the consensus is. But I'm going to quickly get a shower before bed. I'll listen to some more of this. This is not as difficult to get into as I thought this was going to be. It is still quite political, and it is still very, there's like hierarchies and stuff, but this isn't as complex of a high fantasy as I expected. I expected multiple different names that might not be able to keep track of, but it's definitely surprised me in a good way, because obviously I've left my more high fantasy books till the end of the month, stupidly all at the same time. So I was worried that this was going to be a situation where I was struggling, a bit like Jade City when I first started reading that, multiple different names and all that kind of stuff. I thought there would be a lot of that, and there isn't, so I'm really happy about this. There are some different characters that you need to get to know, but so far I'm also really enjoying this. I've not really said if I'm enjoying this or not. I am really enjoying this, and I'm already getting feelings about Rin. Is it Rin or Ren? Rin. I'm already getting feelings about her, and I've been told that this isn't a hero story, and she does constantly make silly mistakes. I'm waiting for that to happen, but at the moment I'm feeling she is very power hungry, and I'm really curious about what we've just found out. Most of you probably already read this by now, but I can understand why it draws people in, because she's a very interesting character. You don't know whether she's gonna turn out good or bad, whether you should or shouldn't like her as a main character, but she's not, I don't really know what to say, like, she's not the kind of character that, at the moment she's not striking me as morally grey, but I feel like she might be going down that route where she is going to be like a morally grey character. I can see that she's leaning towards the not so great person, like power hungry person. Yeah, and I'm not sure about it yet, but I'm really enjoying it, and I cannot wait to read the rest of it. So I'm going to listen to this while I schwur and get a bit more of this done and see if I can get more than halfway. Then I'm going to sit and listen to that before I go to bed, because I am tabbing this and I'm taking notes on this, so I don't want to take this to bed. And the other books that I've got to read at the moment are physical reads, so there we go. I've just finished editing my video that's due for tomorrow. I'm just about 62% uploaded, all done and dusted. I filmed 2 videos this evening as well, so that's positive. Positivo. I'm feeling all positivo inside my body, my brain. Despite having headaches and stuff this week, I'm feeling more positive, and I feel like I will be more positive as once I've had the surgery. I will see you all on the morrow, where I'll do a quick check-in probably before I go see my friend, or I might do a check-in in the morning. I don't know yet, and catch you up on what I've read to. But I will also update you on Sunday when I'm doing the last bit of this vlog. Yeah. Bye. Hi guys, it's Sunday. So yesterday I didn't do much reading. I did some reading at work, but I can't remember what it was. Trying to think what I finished at work. The Poppy War. Finished the Poppy War. Shouldn't have read it at work. Note to self for the next book: don't read at work, because I got to the chapter that everyone was talking about, which was a lot, but I tried not to think about it being based on real events, and then it was a lot easier to stomach, because I was listening to it on audiobook. I didn't have the physical book with me. I couldn't remember what chapter people were referring to when they talk about like the chapter, so I wasn't prepared for it to come up when it did. But my god, it was such a quick read, and now I'm even more gutted that I missed out on the special editions of the Fairy Loot editions. Really really annoyed at that, but there we go. I came home today to unpackage. I purchased this myself, nobody purchased this for me. This is the Younglings book 1, so I've been sent book 2 by the author, and I will be reading these in Indie August because I've double checked and this is an indie book. I think it's self-pub, I don't know, but yeah, it is an indie book. So I will be reading book 1 first, fingers crossed, and then I'll be reading book 2, and I will be reviewing it. And then I also got Memory of Souls. I'll be reading this for the book club that I host called It's All About Fantasy. I will leave it links down below, that I host with Caitlin and Chelsea from Not So Secret Bookaholic. And yeah, so I already had books 1 and 2. I'm still in the middle of book 2, but we start this we are supposed to read this for August. So I had to get the next one in the series. But this is another chunker. And like look, the pages are full pages, full. And they use all the available space in these. The margins are not that thick. So this is going to take a while for me to read as well. But what I need to do next time is not leave it to the last week in the month to read this. But it's difficult to fit something like this in, because you can't really take a break from it, because it's very easy to forget what happens. And it's about timing it right, I think. But giving yourself enough time to read it before the live show. The live show's tomorrow. I'm less than halfway through. But, you know, on the audiobook it says I've got like 10 hours left, so. And I've got sprints today with Becca. So we'll do it. I just need to focus on the book when I read it. And I might try and speed it up a little bit. I am supposed to be tapping and taking notes. But at the moment, I don't feel like I need to tab it all that much. This is a lot easier to follow than the first book as it stands at the moment, but we'll just see how many other people have introduced, because at the moment there's a few people that are introduced and not as confusing to start with, but I think it might be because we already know some of Corinne's backstory and what's happened up until this point. So we'll see. Keep fingers crossed. I will update you with my final clip at the end of the day. And I'll let you know how my reading's gone for the week, which I think I'm going to be finishing July on a high. But have I finished my TBR? That is the question. We will see. Hello. Ignore the mess that is me. I'm just coming in with an update on my reading. So, wrap up of this week. Still not read it. Still not finished it. I didn't start this or finish this. I was waiting for Becca to finish the audiobook of this so I could pick it up. But I haven't got a chance to pick it up. I want to try and see if I can get a couple of chapters read tonight before bed. But we'll see. And then I can say it's been started in July. Name of all things, this is a priority read because it's the live show tomorrow. And I am 3 hours or so away from the end, so that's good. I also started and finished Legends and Lattes this week, which was not on my TBR. I know, I'm really bad. I didn't start The Vicar Man, but I will be trying to prioritise that next month. It is only 190 something pages, so I was hoping that it would be fine. I did finish Kingdom of Copper. I did start and finish a Poppy War, so I did overall do okay with my TBR that I had set for this week. I knew it was a big ask, and like I said, I added it in Legends and Lattes in there that wasn't on my TBR. But I wanted a reread. It was a cozy reread, and it was to fulfill the prompt for Cassie's pick for this month, so it still fulfilled the prompt that I needed to do. So yeah, next month I'm going to try and focus on predominantly indie books, so I will be updating you on some things like that. I will be doing some videos on some indie books next month as well for Indie August, so keep your eye out for that. But until next time, peace.